So how did you pick your developers? What advice can you give other startups as far as insourcing and outsourcing of blockchain developers go?
All right, so in regards to the values of Jibril, Yazan, the original founder, or let's say the brains behind all of this, he has to take most of the credit, to be honest. He always says, build first, market later. So these types of values are ones that we try to ingrain in every Jibril employee, and it's been working out good so far. In regards to blockchain talent, we would have never been able to do this without Victor, who is one of the founding partners and leads all the technical development of the project. If we had to depend on a third party, it would have been a nightmare, because if you call that third party Sunday 6 a.m., they would tell you, oh, please call back in working hours. Or if they wanted to solve it, they wouldn't. So we believe in making sure everyone's incentivized in the right way. If I'm paying a company $3,000, $20,000, $100,000 a month to develop my ICO, they don't care about the success of my project. They care about getting their money at the end of the day. But since Yazan, let's say the Jibril team owns the company, we've been able to align we're all incentivized to push the company forward. So we would have never been able to secure this type of talent if Victor wasn't on board. Our development primarily happens in Russia. Victor does most of the sourcing. Yazan and I obviously help, but I think development credit has to go to Victor.
Oh, great. So never outsource. That's the basic idea and basic advice that you can give. Yeah.
I think the direction has to be insourcing. There's some elements that you cannot insource these days, primarily legal, let's say. To get an in-house proper lawyer today would cost us a lot of money and wouldn't be efficient. And you want lawyers in different jurisdictions. So let's say legal, you have to outsource. PR, to some extent, you also outsource. But anything else, the direction is more towards insource. Why? You can control quality. You can align incentives for everyone to work in the same direction. Plus, let's say, I'll give you an example that a lot of friends have asked me, all right, so I'm going to use this company to create my ICO platform, my blockchain idea. All right, so you sign a 1-year contract. Let's say things go according to plan, and you had agreed on $3,000 per month or $10,000 per month. And you raise $50 million. What do you think is going to happen when contract renewal time comes? I'm going to tell you that 3,000 or 5,000 is now, I don't know how many zeros they'll put next to it, but you'll be in a very weak position because you don't have any control over the developers. And in reality, the business side cannot function without the tech, right? At the end of the day, your blockchain, as much as there's hype around it, it's in reality just a database. It's a distributed database. So the talent pool around that will grow. My advice is for anyone that wants to start a company is don't go and get a development company to do it for you. Find a developer that believes in your idea, that has chemistry with you, and get him in as an equity partner, because both of you would be aligned to do the same thing. That would be my advice. But the most important piece of advice that I could ever give is just start. Start today. And obviously there has to be a balance, because failing to plan is planning to fail. But at the same time, if you keep on planning and never execute, then the train will leave. I mean, this is the golden rush of our generation. I've been alive for what, 27 years, and I don't think over the past of the 27 years anything has come similar to crypto. Maybe the internet, but it remains to be seen. Obviously, cutting edge technology and revolutionary technology comes around, but I think crypto, the pace at which it grew, is promising and scary at the same time. And I personally love being part of it. My previous jobs were a bit more structured, more traditional. This is definitely more exciting.
Right. So what's the next big thing for you in the next 3 to 4 months?